Step into the currents of time with me, back to an era when the world as we know it was just beginning to take shape. Long before the grand pyramids pierced the sky, a powerful and sophisticated kingdom thrived along the fertile banks of the Nile. This is the story of Ta-Seti, Africa's first recorded kingdom, a civilization shrouded in mystery and splendor. Imagine the sun-drenched landscapes of Nubia, an area that now spans southern Egypt and northern Sudan. It was here, around 3500 BC, that the seeds of monarchy first sprouted on the African continent. We're talking about a time that predates even the unification of Egypt by the first pharaohs. The people of Ta-Seti, part of what archaeologists call the A-group culture, weren't just simple farmers, they were pioneers of civilization. They built fortified towns, established complex trade networks, and honored their rulers with burials so lavish they rivaled those of their northern neighbors. The name Ta-Seti itself translates to the land of the bow, a testament to their renowned archers, whose skill was legendary throughout the ancient world. These warriors were the guardians of a burgeoning kingdom, a realm built on trade, power, and a deep connection to the life-giving Nile. So, how do we know all this? The secrets of Ta-Seti lay buried for millennia, waiting beneath the Nubian sands. The key to unlocking its history was found at a site called Kustul. In the 1960s, archaeologists excavating a series of elite tombs, known as Cemetery L, made a groundbreaking discovery. These weren't just the graves of wealthy individuals, they were the final resting places of kings. Inside these tombs, they found a treasure trove of artifacts that painted a vivid picture of a hierarchical society. There were intricately carved ivory scepters, a clear symbol of royal authority. Golden jewelry and finely crafted pottery spoke of immense wealth and artistic skill. Perhaps most astonishingly, they discovered evidence of human sacrifice. Retainers buried alongside their rulers to serve them in the afterlife, a practice also seen in early dynastic Egypt. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence is the Kustul incense burner. This small yet profoundly significant artifact depicts imagery that is undeniably royal. We see a seated ruler on a boat, wearing the white crown, the very same crown that would later symbolize the kingship of Upper Egypt. This discovery sent shockwaves through the world of Egyptology. For decades, the prevailing theory was that all civilization flowed downstream, from Egypt outwards. But here was evidence suggesting that the very concept of divine kingship might have originated in Nubia, in Ta-Seti. This idea challenges the traditional narrative. Could it be that the foundational elements of pharaonic rule, the crowns, the scepters, the very idea of a god-king, were first conceived not in Egypt, but further south, in the heart of Nubia? The people of Ta-Seti were masters of their environment. They controlled the trade routes that brought exotic goods like ebony, ivory, and precious incense from the heart of Africa to the burgeoning city-states of the north. They were a cultural and economic powerhouse, a vibrant civilization that stood on equal footing with pre-dynastic Egypt. Their settlements, like the one at Afye, were protected by massive mud brick walls, indicating a society that was not only prosperous, but also keenly aware of the need for defense. They were strategically positioned to control the flow of goods and people along the Nile, making them a force to be reckoned with. Their culture was rich and distinct, with unique pottery styles and burial customs that set them apart. But as the 3rd millennium BC dawned, a shadow fell over the land of the bow. Around 3100 BC, the archaeological record for the A-group culture goes silent. The once thriving towns were abandoned, the elaborate tombs ceased to be built. The kingdom of Ta-Seti seems to simply vanish from history. What happened? This is one of the greatest enigmas of ancient African history. There are several theories, each offering a potential piece of the puzzle. One prominent theory suggests that the rise of a unified and aggressive Egypt under the First Dynasty spelled doom for Ta-Seti. As Egypt consolidated its power, it likely sought to control the valuable Nubian trade routes for itself. Egyptian inscriptions from this period speak of military campaigns into Nubia. It's possible that Ta-Seti was conquered, its people subjugated or driven south, its culture absorbed by the new Egyptian state. Another possibility is environmental change. A shift in the Nile's flood patterns or a period of drought could have devastated their agricultural base, weakening the kingdom from within and leaving it vulnerable to outside pressures. Without the reliable bounty of the river, the economic and social structures that held Ta-Seti together might have collapsed. Or perhaps the story is more complex, a combination of internal conflict, external pressure, and environmental hardship. Maybe the very success that made Ta-Seti a powerful kingdom also made it a target. Its wealth and strategic location were coveted by its ambitious northern neighbor. The rise of one kingdom may have necessitated the fall of another. Whatever the cause, the legacy of Ta-Seti was not entirely erased. It flowed into the cultures that followed, laying the groundwork for the later powerful Nubian kingdoms like Kerma and Kush. The spirit of the land of the bow, its traditions of kingship and its resilient people, endured. The pharaohs of Kush, who would eventually rise to conquer and rule Egypt itself as the 25th dynasty, were heirs to this ancient Nubian legacy, a story that began in Ta-Seti. The story of Ta-Seti is a crucial reminder that history is not a simple, linear progression. It's a complex tapestry woven from the threads of many different cultures. For too long, the contributions of Nubian civilizations have been overlooked, overshadowed by the colossal achievements of ancient Egypt. But the sands of Qustul have shown us that the dawn of African civilization was not a singular event, but a chorus of rising kingdoms, and Ta-Seti was singing one of the very first songs. It's a story of pioneering rulers, skilled artisans, and legendary archers. It is a mystery of a lost kingdom and a testament to the enduring power of culture and legacy. The next time you see the iconic imagery of an Egyptian pharaoh, remember the Qustul incense burner, and consider that the crown of kingship may have first been placed on a royal head not in Egypt, but in the forgotten Nubian kingdom of Ta-Seti. What do you think happened to this incredible early kingdom? Was it conquest, climate, or something else entirely? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next historical deep dive.